Ace Casts! Hello and welcome back for this third and final concluding game of this series between Bankstreet Boys and Team Panda. This time we're playing on Foreign Invasion, which is going to be a 3 versus 3 actually. So just to reintroduce the players here, we have our familiar player Duke playing as the purple Advent player. Who is joined by this new stand-in player Crime Skin playing as our orange Vasari in the middle. We also have our friendly player Box here also playing Vasari. We all know them from the last couple of games. Fruitwing joining in for Team Panda once again, joined together by Phoenix, and also our Chinese player with the signs from the first game. So we are having a pretty cool matchup here. You're going for a 3 versus 3. Of course, this time, since there's 3 players, we're going to have an economy spot here in the middle, where one player is not going to be able to engage with his opponents too quickly, and instead going to have a little bit more time to get a couple of planets and get their economy rolling. I'm not sure what their strategy is, or if I'm going to be able to follow whether any of them are going to try to feed their respective teammates. Of course, using the diplomacy screen here, it's going to allow some of these players potentially to give a lot of resources to their teammates from the eco position. Sometimes they decide to give a lot of resources, sometimes people decide that's not the most important thing to do, and try to selfishly build their own economy instead. Yeah, so that's just different strategies. We can see this map is Foreign Invasion. It's constituted by an asteroid here and a ice planet on the left side, and it's a symmetrical position. So if we turn the map around, of course, the left side for the other team also is constituted by an asteroid and an ice planet. They're faced with basically these moons here in the middle, which are going to be quite important for economy, because moons, of course, give a lot of resources, and these derelicts here on these asteroid belts are also an important part of this map. Contesting them is quite important in order to get capital ships leveled up, and we can see that Box is going for what I think is a very sensible approach, capturing the moon very fast. Now going for the derelict here, I would think. Is he not doing that? No, he's not going for that derelict. He's actually going to go very aggressively to contest his opponent's derelict instead. So a very interesting decision here. Probably going to send a second capital ship to capture this derelict here, I would think. So a very cool idea here. We see that Duke is going for the derelict here, the first derelict, trying to get his Rapture to level up. In the meantime, we see also our Chinese player going for an asteroid here in the front, getting to capture one extra asteroid, also now trying to get the first derelict on this side. Probably going to get it and then go for the moon right after on this side over here. We see, what do we see our player Fruitwing doing? He has captured this asteroid and now getting some ghost defense platforms here to try to counter the early Vasari aggression with a lot of capital ships. And also is going for this ice planet, opting to get a Marsa here, which I think is a good idea on this map, because and especially against Vasari, you really need some early power here in order to contest the early capital ships of the Vasari. Vasari, of course, can start with a lot of exotics and thereby have the opportunity to get a lot of capital ships early game. And this is definitely something that we need to watch out for now, because now we see that Box and Crime Skin are together trying to amass their respective armies of capital ships, and are going to try to go for a coordinated attack. We see Fruitwing actually has vision in this gravity well with his scout, so definitely knows what's coming here. But is that going to matter is the question. Has the Marsa here. Need to take a look because this is a quite critical position. Has 100 supply. Is attempting to go. Yeah, he has 250 available. Attempting to go for military 2 here. But really needs to get a couple of ships in here in order to defend. I mean, he is getting... Yeah, this asteroid is quite difficult to get, of course, because 3 ghost turrets is quite a lot to deal with. But this ice planet is still quite vulnerable. And if anything, I would like them to attack it. Okay, so they're not going to attack the ice planet here, instead opting to go for this derelict over here to try to get their capital ships to level up. So a little bit of a slower approach, allowing some more ghost turrets to get up potentially. But, well, still getting into a quite comfortable position here together. Although, I must say, one thing to keep in mind here is that Crime Skin, our orange player, did skip to colonize these planets in the back. Wouldn't be allowed to capture the Terran planet, of course, but would have been able to get this asteroid. Well, yeah, probably this aggressive approach here of going into the system and contesting the derelicts is well enough worth it. I think this is very, very worth it here for sure. And on the other side here, it is looking very dangerous now because Duke, our purple player, has captured both moons. And this, like on this small map, these 2 moons offer a huge amount of income. So getting these 2 moons away from our Chinese player here is very, very devastating. Actually, now it's up to 5 planets. That's absolutely huge. Has the asteroid here in the back too. Did capture that, because Crime Skin didn't. And it's now jumping in very aggressively here. And it's just, oh my gosh. Yeah, this side is looking very, very dark for Team Panda. Purple is going to be able to massacre these planets. We'll see if our Chinese player manages to make something happen here. Does have Karnak Assailants researched. And the Duke definitely, Purple definitely needs to get some factories up in here in order to get faster reinforcements so that he can use his economy to fight his opponent. And well, on the right side we are seeing the Vasari capital ships actually going straight towards the home world. It's completely undefended as of right now. No defense turrets, no nothing. And these capital ships are going to start bombing out the homeworld planet. And meanwhile, Fruitwing's ships are nowhere near to be seen, actually going for the base trade here instead. Might be... Yeah, this is... I mean, it's 2v1 here, but of course it's... It's 2 Marsas after all, and Marsas does have good plant bombing. Does have access to the race planet ability here, which allows him to bomb planets a little bit faster. But I'm still not sure if this is going to be enough. There's two armadas of capital ships here trying to bomb. Now we see a cool jumping out here of the heavy factory actually, together with the freebooters. Oh wow! Oh, this is very interesting. Like this is an unsuspected armada of supply here coming in to reinforce. So this is a quite significant number of ships. But yeah. 4 capital ships is still a lot of capital ships, man. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to defend this in the long run against 4 capital ships. Especially if the cool ends up going down. Really needs to be careful about this cool. And yeah, they're attempting to focus it. And we see it's losing health so quickly here against these Vasari capital ships. Vasari capital ships, of course, very, very strong. Now realizes the cool is under severe danger. Attempting to send it away to some direction, but it's probably going to end up going down. Oh wow, yeah, this is a lot of damage. And once these capital ships turn around, we can see he has a couple of... Yeah, it does end up going down. So this is a devastating loss here for Fruitwing. His defensive fleet is not going to be able to do a lot here to defend. Is he getting something here in return though? It doesn't seem too promising here. Actually, a lot of defense turrets here actually going up, and these Marsas need to be start bombing the planets, but at the same time, they're not really allowed to because these defense turrets keep rotating to intercept the Marsas. And it's a lot of health, like even for 2 Marsas with 1 race, 1 point in race planets. This is a lot of health to bring down off a planet. So yeah. Our red player here might finally be able to reinforce his teammate Teal with his fleet. Actually opted to start with the Radiance. Has it in level 3. Let's take a look at the supply here. Has 250 supply. It's going for an economic approach here. Actually try to go for Harmony 3, which I do believe is a little bit too much on this map this early on. Really should have tried to go for something a little bit more army focused here instead, or at least stayed on Harmony 2. And now going to jump in here. I'm not sure where he's going. Maybe they're trying to chase. Yeah, Duke's army is here, but this Rapture is losing a bit of health. Actually finds itself in quite a conundrum here, trying to jump back and forth. Our red player is going to try to jump in to try to get some damage done on the other side once again. Again going for sort of a base trade situation. But I mean, our purple has such a good economy here with all of these planets, and if he can just convert this into some ships, then it's going to be a-okay. And now clearing out this planet with a couple of Tempest vessels. Maybe he can use that to defend, but he would need a little bit more here, I think, still. The problem here on this side is basically that purple has so many bases, so that even if one of the bases die, or even if one of the bases ends up going down, it's still going to be difficult to get them all in time. And also I just noticed that purple is actually opting to upgrade defenses on his planets, it seems like. Yeah, has a couple of defense points on his planets, and I think that's a very, very nice idea because just time is of the essence here, and bombing out his planets is going to be much more tiresome for his opponents now. Has managed to opt for the recall as well, so given that the homeworld is under fire, he's going to be able to recall his ships in order to defend. Meanwhile, Fruitwing's home planet's going down. It went down a little bit ago, and this is Fruitwing's economy is not going to be too happy about that. His wallet is indeed, he opened his wallet and there was a fly flying out of it. And that's basically Fruitwing's economic situation now, using the face-out hole, trying to get the home planet here in return. But it's actually not too clear anymore. This Mars is going to end up going down for it. Should really just, there's a little bit too much here in order for Fruitwing to... It's like 1,000 health left on this planet, and this Mars is not going to be able to make it. We'll see if he manages to escape with it at the very least, but it's not going to get the home planet here in return. So very nice play here from Yellow, getting these defensive structures here in order to win the base trade quite convincingly. So Marsa is going away, it's going to be crippled. The situation on the right side is looking very, very dire. The situation on the left side is looking very, very dire also for Team Panda, because now we see that Red attempted to go for the home planet here, but now has been met with a recalled Advent fleet, trying now to jump away towards this planet now, but is going to get followed by the purple fleet. And the red just needs to keep running away, I guess, because there's no way he can engage this amount of ships on his own. And is going to suffer quite heavy losses here, I think. Might suffer quite heavy losses here. He's going to have to run. He's gonna make purple work for it a little bit though. But this capital ship is actually taking a lot of heavy damage now as well. Probably not going to die within this gravity well, but given that he can get to the next gravity well. Oh, it's actually... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So very nice by Phoenix here. Actually recalling his fleet as well. Using that ability to get his capital ship out of harm's way. But, I mean, this is not too great still, or it's actually very, very bad still, because the fact that Phoenix didn't get anything done here now, it simply means that Purple has all of these planets by himself and is going to have a super great economy, while also the economy on the other side is severely damaged. So, yeah, I don't really see a way for Team Panda to come out of this game with a win. At least not if play here from Team Bankstreet Boys keeps being as accurate as it has been so far. Now Purple is going for even more economy, actually going for this Terran planet now. And I think that's a sensible move, especially since he was forced to run all the way back here anyway. So yeah, then it's just perhaps a very sensible thing to say, well, why not just go for this Terran planet? It gives a lot of credits. Why not, right? It's on the way back. I can just attempt to get it. Fruitwing down to 2 planets. Is not getting bombed yet, right? No, he is actually getting bombed. So now he's actually going to lose his almost his last planet. But oh no, but his Ghoster is actually doing a lot of damage to this, and it's actually going to cripple the evacuator before it manages to deal the killing blow to this asteroid. So forcing the evacuator to run away, saving his planet. But I mean, yeah, of course, this capital ship is going to keep regenerating health. It's going to regenerate soon enough, and I'm not sure if it's going to matter too much. Such a dominating position here for Team Bankstreet Boys. So few planets left for Team Panda. No real opportunities to go for a base trade here, I feel, and it's just looking so difficult to do anything from this position. I mean, at this point, I would even start to consider yeah. No, I don't even know what I would consider here in this position. We can take a look quickly at the army supply here as well. Purple has 500 army supply, whereas his teammates also have 500. Crime Skin here, our orange player, has also 500, whereas Box has not as much, but 250 at least. Going for more like of a capital ship heavy approach isn't really going for even more supply than 300 here. Okay, no, so he actually, yeah, okay, so he did try to research Warfare 2, but actually got stopped in his tracks somehow. Maybe his plants got bombed. Now this planet's also being bombed out. Simply only 1 planet left here for our player Fruitwing. Well, after this plant goes down, and if Fruitwing is out of the game, it's going to be left with a 3 versus 2 then. So this is the final stand for this planet. A lot of ghost turrets here defending it, but I mean, at this point I would even consider just suiciding like for this planet, just to eliminate 1 player from the game. Of course, that's easier said than done. Okay, no, actually, Fruitwing now recapturing his original home planet. So it does have an extra planet here, but is of course gonna have to invest a lot of money here to get his things back. In the meanwhile, we can see also that our Chinese player is bombing out this moon. So at least dealing some damage here towards our purple player, but while he had the space to bomb out this moon, of course, purple did have the time to get this Terran planet here. So, I mean, a moon for a Terran planet, I think that's a very good trade. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to even keep this moon after he has bombed it out. Now, a lot of purple's fleet here is coming in towards the moon over here, and might be able to intercept it. His army isn't looking too... Like, yeah, what's actually the deal here with his army? It's actually on 500 supply still. So its army isn't too impressive yet. It's actually less impressive than our Chinese player's army here with a bunch of Karnak assailants. So can't actually engage Teal here yet. His army is a little bit too great, I feel. But I'm not sure. Does Teal actually have some capital ships? I'm not sure. Oh, and there's actually fighting going on here. I actually missed this. But now they're actually going for this asteroid, trying to get some of these ghost turrets here. Attempting to fight these ships. Focusing Crime Skin here. Orange players trying to focus the Tempest vessels, I feel like. Now trying to run away from them. Canning back towards his teammate here. So Box is coming in here with his 3 capital ships, and there are still ghost turrets here, which do pose some threat to these capital ships, but attempting to kite away from them. 4 capital ships here doing a lot of work. Yeah, and there's only 1 fighting capital ship here from our red player Phoenix. Is going to be forced to run away. 2 players here is a bit too much for red to deal with. And that simply means that they're going to be able to focus now once again on clearing out these ghost turrets and bombing out this asteroid. And yeah, this is just I mean, Fruit Wing here, Pink is completely out of the game now. Can't really get anything more. So this side is just completely lost now, I feel like. Not much to do. The only question here is what's going to happen on the other side, because I said that maybe Teal has a chance with the type of army he has now, but doesn't have any capital ships, it seems like. But at the same time, Purple only has 1. It's going to try to jump away with his... Yeah, of course, he's trying to focus the capital ships with his Canrex. It's going to... Oh, but... Oh! Duke actually... Yeah, Purple actually doing a really cool juke here. Pretending to jump away with his capital ship, but cancelling the phase jump in the last second. Actually juking a lot of these Karnak assailants here to go for a completely useless jump back towards this asteroid belt. And now it's gonna have to like jump them back before they're able to do anything. And in the meanwhile, a lot of these Canrex here is left alone now against these Tempest vessels, and it's just going to lose them for free. So really cool move here coming out from Purple. Very, very very well played, I must say. Using the fact of anticipating that fact that his opponent is going to focus, try to focus down his Rapture, and using that to his advantage, actually pretending to jump out. And now it's a little bit too late, I think, because yeah, a lot of Canrex here died for free, and there's no real capital ship here to try to focus down anymore. So yeah, really causing some distress here in the disruption here, just by microing here in Teal's army. And the Teal is actually losing now on this side, on the left side as well. Might have a small chance, but yeah, looking very dire once again now. Now the final planet of Fruitwing is getting attacked. The current planet only has 350 health. It's going to get bombed out very, very quickly. Fruitwing is not going to end up going down because he was gifted this moon here over on this side, but that is not going to matter much, I think. This is just, yeah. Yeah, so like this side is completely lost now. This is very much looking like a good game, well played. I'm not so. I mean, yeah, I think it's very much. I think that the other team, Team Panda, could very much give up the game at this point, and there would be no shame in it. But they're going to stay in the game here still. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, once this combined fleet of orange and yellow go even further here to bomb out some more planets, I don't really see any way that they could come back. Because then Teal's economy is going to be damaged as well. Red's economy is going to be damaged. There's just no opportunity whatsoever to create any chaos in this position. And Yeah, this is looking very much like GG. So yeah, not much to say here. Just every side seems to be winning for the team of Bankstreet Boys. Really commanding performance here coming out from them. Now jumping in towards the asteroid here finally, probably rallying their capital ships here as well. Definitely doing that, of course, and not even bothering to capture this Terran planet because Vasari has some trouble capturing those. Needs research to capture those. But now the asteroid is going to end up going down here too. Teal can't really engage with Purple's army, and it's just there's simply a matter of time here. Simply a matter of time here. And jumping ahead here a little bit, because the situation for Team Panda has been quite unsalvageable for some time already. And jumping ahead here, we see that they do indeed call good game, well played, and that means that the game is over. Bankstreet Boys ends up going home with the victory here in 2-1 in this best of 3 series. Very well played to both teams, very interesting games, a lot of action going on. And once again, I hope you enjoyed watching. So see you in the next video.